Hey there, Atiba. Thank you so much for joining me on the podcast today. I am thrilled to be here with you, and I know that we're going to have such a great conversation.
Awesome. I'm looking forward to it. We already started, and we had to get going. So let's go.
Okay, so here we are. As we were talking about, I serve a lot of new entrepreneurs who are trying to battle social media, trying to get that presence built while also getting their course or their membership or their coaching program finished up. And it feels like this really hard balance of things because it's completely out of balance.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Getting that attention takes up all the time, and you don't end up putting anything out that can earn you money, that can actually impact, like we were just talking about before I hit record, your bank account.
Yes.
So how do we go about creating a content strategy that is simpler? Tell me what wisdom you have.
Well, I love that. Tell me what wisdom you have. Man, can I get more people to say that? Anyway, so here's this, guys. And so first, thanks to everybody for being here, listening to us, and supporting this show. Okay, super important that you support this show. But here's where you start. Okay. I want you to stop for a moment. And if you have clients already, I want you to think about, before they became clients, what were some of the questions that they asked you? What were some of the questions that you heard? Go write those questions down. If you're brand spanking new, and you say, but Atiba, I don't have any questions yet. What should I do? Well, I got you too.
Okay.
What I want you to do is think about, just close your eyes and think about, what are 2 to 3 words, no more than that, 2 to 3 words that describe the outcome that you provide for your customer. Okay? Then I want you to go to Google, type those words in, and hit enter. It's important that you hit enter. This does not work if you don't hit enter. So you got to hit enter. Okay? After you hit enter, scroll down about a third on the page, and there's going to be a section called People Also Asked.
Yes.
This is Google telling you, for your desired outcome that you give to people, here are questions that real people have typed in. So when you want to start your content strategy, you're thinking, what am I going to talk about? There's so many stuff, and you're going berserk. Start right there.
Okay, so that seems simple. That seems a whole lot simpler. A lot of times I hear the advice, go into Facebook groups where your potential client lives and read through all of the posts.
Yeah, who has time for that?
That feels overwhelming. And yeah, to your point, time. Ugh.
Yeah. Who has time?
Yeah.
Listen, I got a staff, and we don't have time for that. Right?
Right.
And it's tough, and that's not bad advice, so don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to tell you that it's bad advice, because you are getting what we call voice of customer research, and that's the point. But what I also told you and taught you just now is voice of customer research, right? And that's what you're looking for. But yeah, you don't have time to go through Facebook groups. Heck, I don't even like being in Facebook groups anymore.
No, me either. So going to Google sounds a whole lot more attractive to be able to really utilize the features that most of us skip over when we're in Google, even those suggested searches that pop up when you put your things in.
Yes. Absolutely.
Makes a difference. Okay.
It's a huge difference.
So if we start with those questions that people are asking, or the ones that we've searched for and found out that people are asking, what do we do with it?
It's a great question. Okay. And this is simple. I want everybody to follow me on this. Y'all ready for this?
Absolutely.
You're ready. Okay, here we go. Okay, here we go. Pay attention now.
All right.
I want you to reach into your pocket and pull this thing out.
Okay. Pull out your cell phone.
I guarantee you have a phone in your pocket. Pull out that cell phone. Okay. Now, all modern cell phones made after 2010 have this thing on them called a camera. Okay. And if you on your phone, and it looks, if you on your phone, it's usually like a red type of square circle thing. Okay. And you want to click on that camera. it's going to open up and you're going to have options in here. One of them is going to say photo. The other one is going to say video. Click on video.
All right, I'm with you. I've got my phone right here. I'm
Okay.
on video. I'm good.
Now, once you've done that, you want to look at your phone and make sure you can see yourself. If you can't, there's a little button that you can press that will flip the camera so you can see it. Oh, yes. Look at that. It's me. I see me.
Oh.
Okay. Now that we have this,
okay,
and we're here, take one of those questions that you found that someone asked or you found from Google.
Mm-hmm.
Look back at your phone. Okay. There's going to be a white circle with a red dot.
Yep.
You're going to press that white circle with that red dot.
Okay.
You're going to say the question.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're going to answer the question.
Okay.
Once you're done answering the question, you're going to press that circle with the dot again. Okay? Now,
sounds fair.
Now, hold on, y'all. This next part is the most important part. So lean in.
Okay.
Lean in.
Okay. We got this. What is it?
I want you to hear this. After you press that red dot, and that's going to stop the recording, you want to go to your all apps, however that looks. And then there's going to be an app on there called YouTube. Click on the YouTube app. Once you do, down in the bottom middle is a circle with a plus sign. Mm-hmm. Click the circle with a plus. The second option is usually upload a video. You click that, select the video that you just recorded. It's going to ask you for a title. The title is the question that you answered exactly as it was asked. And hit upload, and you're done.
Okay.
You've now created video.
So here's the but.
Give me a but.
Atiba, I have to edit it first.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to take so long. And I don't really know how to edit it. So really, I can't upload anything to YouTube until it's edited and it looks better.
Okay. Sure. I hear that. Let me ask you a question. Do you also need to lose 15 pounds?
Well, possibly.
Do you also need to check your hair and makeup?
Absolutely.
Do you also want to check your lighting and your sound and all the other stuff too? Well,
of course.
Of course, you want to do all of that stuff, right?
Of course.
Okay, but let me contrast that for just a moment. Okay, stay with me because I hear your butt, but stay with me, y'all.
Yeah. Okay.
When a customer is on Zoom with you, in person with you, on the phone with you, and asks you that question, what do? You
just answer it.
Exactly. You just answer it. And that's exactly what they're expecting to find on YouTube. They're not expecting to find polished and some broadcast TV production. They're not expecting to see the next X-Men or Avengers movie from you. They're expecting to connect with your heart and hear that what you really have to say and that you really care about them. That's what they want. So can you edit? Sure, but you don't need to. Right now, you're just starting. You don't need to. Just publish.
I love that. And what you said, they want to connect with your heart. And I think especially we're in this time coming out of COVID where we're looking more and more for that connection and building that bridge between people, that when they're going to YouTube and they're watching that quick little minute, maybe 30 seconds, if it was a simple question video from you, they just want to know that you're real.
Yeah. That's it.
Because if you're real, they can relate to you.
Yes.
They don't have to live up to any kind of, well, I can't reach out to that person because they're too good for where I'm at. Yeah.
Or it goes the other way too. There's the old saying, never meet your heroes, right?
Yeah.
And people say never meet your heroes because you realize what? They're just normal people. They're flawed people. So while they're your heroes, they're just like, right? And you're just in awe of them. Yeah. It's the same thing. If someone sees your video and it's produced and it's awesome and you're perfect and you're here and you lost the 15 pounds and oh my gosh, it is awesome. and then they show up to you in person and you regain the 15 pounds and your hair is a mess and you stutter, they're going to wonder, who are you?
Yeah.
And that incongruency
Breaks trust.
and breaking trust breaks your bank account.
It does. Absolutely. Yeah. Very good point. So if we're aiming toward trust, we're aiming toward authenticity, really being congruent, so that if someone shows up on Zoom with us or in real life in person, that it's the same person they got on YouTube or on Instagram or on Facebook. So if I'm posting my video to YouTube,
yes,
please tell me I can do something else with it.
yes, you most certainly can. So you can post your video to every platform, especially if you're in that short form window. Okay. If you're in the short form vertical format window of under a minute, you can go to LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Okay. I was just on a call with another friend of mine who's doing a training, Michael Lim, who also, he used to actually do video production for Mr. Beast. And he was just talking, and one of the quotes that he said is like, short form is like record it once and get 5 lottery tickets.
Yes.
Right? Because you can send it to 5 different platforms.
Yes.
Okay. All at the same time. Yes, you absolutely can. Now, here's also the truth. The truth is it may not perform well on all 5.
Right.
But don't worry about that today. That's something to worry about 6 months from now, after you've gotten really, really good. Not today.
Not today. I think that's a good point too. Don't worry about some of that stuff right now, because it's going to keep you from getting the things done.
Yes.
And to just keep putting stuff out there. Now, why did you recommend YouTube first? I think I know why, but I'd love for our listeners to know why you recommended YouTube first.
Because we're in business to make money.
Right.
Let's call a spade, right? If you're not in business to make money, I need you to stop listening to this podcast right now and go to Indeed.com and apply for a job. You don't belong here. Straight up.
Yeah.
Okay. We're here to make money. Okay. Now, YouTube is the second biggest search intent platform in the world after Google. Now, what does that mean? It sounds like fancy words, Atiba, but what are you saying? It means people go to search because they have a need. There was an intention behind the search. They didn't go just to consume content and be entertained. They went to solve a problem. And if you can solve that problem, then money flows into your bank account. That's the way commerce works. So we go to YouTube first because YouTube feeds Google, and the two of them are the 2 largest intent database search engines, which means these are the 2 best places to get your money.
Excellent. And you know what, I know some people are listening and thinking, but money, that makes me feel kind of yucky. I'm maybe not in business for money, but you are, because even if it's to pay off debt, if it's to, pay the mortgage, or if it's to just donate because you want to do more good, you need that money to be able to do that stuff. And so it's not a bad thing to make money in business. I think that's something a lot of times we have to overcome mindset wise.
It is.
So
it is. And that's why I'm so harsh about it, because I need you to hear it. I need you to hear, and I'm not saying it in a derogatory way, because I've been there too. I was, it's all altruistic and wonderful and guess what? Credit card company don't take altruism.
They don't.
Okay. I don't know why, but they don't. They stopped some time ago. Okay. And so you need, the bottom line is, no matter what your goal is, you need money. Okay. And the way you get money is by bringing value to the marketplace. That's the exchange. Right. And so if you're going to bring value to the marketplace, then you should go where the marketplace is searching for your value. Now, I'm not saying that you can't make money off of TikTok or Instagram, because obviously you can. But you asked me where to start. I'm going to tell you, start at YouTube.
Excellent. Okay. So we're using YouTube as a jumping off point. We're going to use those questions, keep it really simple, whether you have questions from clients you already have, or you're going to Google and saying, all right, tell me what kinds of questions are being asked. I want to know more. And you're incorporating these into our really quick, a lot of times short form video. It's a great way to get that entry point in.
Yep.
Not long, doesn't have to be perfect. No one expects it to be perfect. Perfect doesn't exist.
Correct.
It's going to go out to everything. And then I just cross my fingers, hope it goes somewhere.
So, that's a really great question, right? And people, yeah. So I put it out and well, nothing really happened after I put it out.
Mm-hmm.
So people don't like me and they don't like what I have to say. I hear that a lot.
Yeah.
Like no joke, right?
Right.
And here's the reality. There are best practices that can be followed for every single platform to attempt to get more views.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's only going to take you so far.
Yeah.
The truth of the matter is, if you want more eyeballs, and it's not just more, but the correct eyeballs on your content,
mm-hmm.
you've got to promote it yourself. You've got to promote it yourself. Now, what does that look like? It looks like a bunch of different things. Let's say for a moment, so we've been talking about short form.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say for a moment you did a long form piece on YouTube and turned it into short form.
Yeah.
And you posted that as shorts on YouTube, and then you also posted as a short on Instagram. Well, guess what? On Instagram, when someone watches the short, in the caption, you can say, "Hey, go hit my link in the bio to see the rest of this video." Right? And so now you're driving traffic back to your YouTube as well for people who've already seen part of your short form content. I heard Pace Morby say this last week at a mastermind I was in, and it was I was just like, oh my gosh, why didn't I ever think of this statement? It was so brilliant. So Pace, thank you. But here's what he said. He said, people date you through your short form and they marry you through your long form, right? So let's go with strategy now. Y'all stay with me.
Yeah.
Short form content should point to your long form content. They're dating you through the short form. They're going to marry you through the long form. Okay. Yep. So that's one way. Then the other way is you have people that are on your email list. Now, you may not call it an email list. It may be some scraps of paper on your desk, or you may have some sophisticated CRM system. Either way, that's okay. And anything in between, they're cool.
Yep.
You publish a video, go tell people about it. Send an email, let people know. Hey, just published a new video. And you say, yeah, but I only got 5 people, man. What are those 5 people going to do, man? That's not really worth my time.
But
here's the deal.
Yeah.
Those 5 people who are your customers, who are people that you would love to have more of in your business as customers, when they go watch the video, let's say they were the only 5 people to go watch your video. Nobody else in the world did. They're the only 5. What it does is it forces the algorithm to say, okay, why did these 5 people like it? And can we find more people like these 5 people and show that video to them and see if they like it too? Oh, so when my customers and people who I would want to do business with watch the video, the algorithm finds more people like them that I would want to do business with too and sends them to me. Yeah, my friends, that's how it works.
And you are not being an imposition on your email list by sharing with them what you are doing. That's something else I hear, but I'm bothering them with an email when they already know what I'm doing. But everyone is just as busy as you are, and they don't know what you're doing. They know what they're doing. So if we don't email our lists with the stuff that we're putting out, how are they going to know?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not going to advocate this, okay, y'all? But I've had conversations with lots of digital marketers, lots of big brands who, and you know it for a fact, all right? Go look at your email now. The biggest brands in your email you every single day.
They do.
Every day. So you put out a video once a week and all of a sudden you think you're harassing someone?
No. One email a week is not not spammy. It's not, especially because what you're doing is you're providing the value.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And okay, you're going to give me the next excuse. But Atiba, I put out 5 videos this week. Great. Send one email with all 5 links in it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Don't give me an excuse. Just do it.
Yep. Absolutely. I agree. Couldn't agree more. I think it's so important to get into that habit. And then what happens, at least from my perspective, you can correct me if I'm wrong, is that when they start seeing that weekly email and that video from you, they know to expect it and they go and anticipate and they're looking in their inbox on that Tuesday morning when you always send it at 8 a.m. or on that Friday afternoon at 4 p.m. that you send it, they go to look.
Absolutely.
Because they're waiting.
They're waiting for it. And even if they're not, let's go to the extreme other side.
Okay.
They've reached the point where they're just like, and they're oblivious to your email. They don't open your email. And I hear this one a lot. Oh, they don't open it. Okay, great. But they're seeing your name, right? They know who you are. You're right. You said it right. They know who you are. They're seeing your name. And now all of a sudden they're having a conversation with someone else. And like, you ought to talk to so-and-so. Hold on, let me see. I think I got an email from them I can send you.
Yes. That's my favorite.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Versus, there was somebody that you should talk to, but I don't remember their name. Oh my gosh, it's on the tip of my tongue. You never want to be that on the tip of the tongue. You want your name rolling out of their mouth.
Yep. Yes.
Not on the tip of their tongue. Tip of their tongue is worthless.
Because they aren't going to remember and they don't want to dig through the 3,000 emails that came in since you sent your last one.
Yes.
To try and find it. It's a needle in a haystack situation. They're not going to find it.
Yeah. And listen, I just had real talk. I just had this happen yesterday. There was somebody I was trying to remember and I could not remember how to spell her name. And I could not find, she stopped emailing me a while ago and I had need for her and I couldn't remember how to spell her name. I had to go to someone else.
Oh. And that hurts your bank account. Not yours, but theirs.
But hers.
Her bank account. Yeah. So we need to be at the forefront. And that's kind of, what I'm hearing you say throughout all of this is that getting your content out there, it doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be this massive production. It doesn't have to be this huge spreadsheet of, okay, here's what I say at this time, and this is the way the camera angle has to be, and this has to be in a certain way, and then I'm going to hit record. Just do it.
Make like a tennis shoe. Just do it. Okay?
Just do it.
Do it.
Yep.
Absolutely just do it. Don't overthink it.
Okay.
Don't.
So what other quick tips do you have in terms of just social media? And, a lot of times it takes a while to build up those followers. So you're posting and it feels a little bit kind of.
Yeah. One of the interesting things about social media is there are way more lurkers than anything else. Okay. And lurkers are often some super amazing people.
They are.
And you don't even know because there's no way to measure them because they don't press like, they don't leave a comment. Right?
Yep.
But all of a sudden, and I learned this several years ago. So several years ago, I went on a weight loss kick, lose some weight, lost 70 pounds. It was awesome. It was wonderful.
Ooh.
And I decided that I was going to chronicle it and what I was eating on Instagram. And I was just doing it for me. I mean, I had like 6 followers at the time, right? And I was just doing it for me so that I had a diary almost of what I was doing, right? And I was doing that, and followers grew, but still, I was only like at a couple hundred, right? No big deal. And again, just doing it for me. And very few people comment or liked it or whatever. Fine, I didn't care. It was for me. And I reached a place and I got busy. And so I stopped posting. And I got a phone call. And the phone call was actually from a family member. And she said, "You don't know that I got diagnosed with XYZ, and I've been watching you for the last few months, and you've been such an inspiration. I didn't even know she was one of my followers.
Oh.
Okay. Now, she was able to call me because she's my cousin.
Yeah.
Okay. But I've had so many occasions where people will call or book time on my calendar to become my client. And like, I have watched hours of your videos. I'm like, I don't know your name.
Wow.
You've never pressed like. You've never left a comment. And so if you're doing it for the likes, and if you're doing it for the comment, you're doing it for the wrong reason. If you're doing it because I am speaking to you, you right now, and that's where we are, and this is about helping you be better, and that's what you're doing for your customers, then, my friend, you're doing it for the right reasons. Kudos, congratulations to you. Keep it up. Keep it up.
It's not about the virality of it. It's about touching hearts and speaking to that person that maybe doesn't have enough confidence yet to hit the like button, or the time to write a comment out when they see your video, but it makes a difference in what they're doing, and they're going to notice that it transforms their life.
Yes.
And they're going to reach out.
Yes. When it's their time, they will reach out. And I know it's hard. I know it's hard.
It is.
Because you want to say, oh, but so-and-so gets so many views, or they have so many followers. I love this one. People who have tons of followers and then no one likes or comments on their stuff, right? Like, I've got, 100,000 followers and 3 people like each post. Yeah, you don't have 100,000 followers. Okay. That's number one. Number two, when in those moments, and this is something that hit me some time ago. I went to an event quite a while ago. I went to an event, and there were lots of social media influencers there. And I went to meet these social media influencers to learn that 98% of them were broke.
You are not in business if you are broke.
Okay.
Oh.
And so, yeah, they had all the likes and everything else, but it wasn't actually putting money in the bank account.
Okay.
And that's what matters, y'all.
It does. Oh. So we got to stop chasing those numbers and start chasing the connections.
Yes.
The relationships, the trust, the bridges that we can build and help facilitate. That's what we're doing.
Yes, absolutely.
Every time you post that video, every time you send that email, that's the goal.
Yes.
Because that's what's going to convert
yes.
into that income for your business, that you can use that income for whatever it is you started your business to do. Whatever reason you wanted that money, whatever it is.
Yep.
That's how you get there.
Yep.
Okay.
100%.
So you and I both know the value of an email list, and getting them to having that opportunity to sit in their inbox and then have them open it and read your message.
Yep.
So that you can help transform their life and be a part of that journey for them. The challenge is, how do you get them to open the email?
Yeah. Yeah, that is a challenge. But even before that challenge, though, is what am I going to even do in this email? Like, what am I going to say?
Yeah.
Right. So I've got to come up with the subject line and all that type of stuff. And listen, I talk about email, and I talk about video, and I talk about communicating all the freaking time. Okay. And I'll be the first to raise my hand. They call me the video content Superman. I will be the first to raise my hand and tell you, I suck at email content. Okay.
Oh my.
I'm telling you, I'll talk till I'm blue in the face, if I can get blue, about how important it is, but I suck at it. And because I suck at it, I'm pretty sure you probably suck at it too. And it's okay.
Yeah.
So one of the things we did, we're building an entire suite of tools right now.
Okay.
And one of those tools that I'm offering to you, because
Excellent.
you listened to this whole thing
Okay.
for free, is our new email generator tool. And it's at emailgenerator.tech. Emailgenerator.tech. It's absolutely free. You can go, you do have to sign up.
Of course.
You go sign up and you can use it, and it will, number one, just take some information from you and help you figure out the best headlines, the best subject lines to use for your email, so people will open it, and then it will even help you write your email.
Okay. So this gets me really excited. I love when there's a tool that's available that genuinely helps you get to that little piece of something that you need.
Yeah.
And it's so clear. I am actually really looking forward to going and getting this, putting my email address in so that I can get it and I can start writing my emails that I have to write this week and next week and beyond. So I am going to pop the link that you just shared with us, emailgenerator.tech. I'm going to put that in our show notes so that all you have to do is click. You don't even have to try and type it out. I'm going to make it super simple so that everyone can go get this amazing tool that you have ready for us. And we're going to all start writing even better and more engaging emails. But more importantly, I think getting them opened first so that the stuff inside gets seen.
And then they can go click on your video, go watch it.
Yep.
Right. And one last tip really quick.
Okay.
You can say, well, but what if I need to send an email? It's not about a video. Can you use the tool? Yes, because that's actually what the tool was created for. Any kind of email that you need to send.
Great.
Put a link to your YouTube in your signature. Yes. In your emails. Okay.
So one thing I like to do too, if I don't have a specific video I'm sending out, I'll choose a previous video that relates to the topic of the email. And I'll say, hey, let's go back to the archives. Here's one for you.
That's beautiful.
Because then if they've seen it before, they're going to view it from a different point of view this time, because they're a different person today than they were 3 months ago. And if they've never seen it, well, now they get to.
That's beautiful.
So if you tell me you don't have any new videos, if you have any out there already, go link to something else that applies.
Yes. Yes. That is gorgeous tip.
Thank you. Every once in a while I have ideas. All right. Atiba, thank you so much for sharing all of this, from really teaching us how to use Google more effectively, finding those questions that our clients are asking, even if we haven't had a client yet that has asked us questions. So knowing what to do, getting that confidence to just go ahead and post that video to YouTube, and then repurposing it, putting that short form video on our different platforms, wherever you feel comfortable, and knowing that you can just plop that thing on every single one, especially short form. And it's not going to operate the exact same way because every platform is different, but the key is to put stuff out.
Yes.
The key is to take action and to just do it.
Absolutely.
And with the help of your emailgenerator.tech tool, we are going to be able to write those beautiful emails that get opened and allow us to create relationships.
Yes.
Thank you so much for your time today and for sharing all of your wisdom. We are going to put your links in the show notes so that everyone can connect with you. And get that video content out there and use that tool that you have so generously shared with us today.
Thank you kindly. It's been an absolute pleasure. Glad to be here. And glad to be able to share with you who is listening. Absolutely. See you soon.
All right. Thanks so much.
You're welcome.